So, the parents that come to Little Warriors, what are the common concerns that they come with, especially parents with children aged between like 1 to 5 years old?
So most of the parents come with the concern that they are very stubborn. They don't listen to us. And they are always clingy, they are aggressive, they show a lot of tantrums and all. So these are the primary difficulties that most of the parents have. And that's what I am looking forward, how I can help them to understand. Though the symptoms are the same, every kid is different. Like, they behave in a certain way. So it's difficult for the parents to understand why exactly he is behaving in certain way.
So, why do children at this age show emotions like aggression, tantrums, or clinginess? Like, what happens in their mind? What's going on?
Yeah. So now, for example, I believe we all have emotions like aggression, happiness, sadness, upset. So how do we communicate? Like now I'm aggressive. I got aggression or I'm upset with someone. What I do? I say that I don't like your behavior and I'm upset with you. This is how we communicate. But children, they don't have a lot of words in their dictionary to struggle to communicate. So that's when they throw a lot of tantrums. So that's when they show aggression has a sign that they need something or they don't want something. So now the cognition is still building and they are struggling to communicate, and that is their way of expression. So as a parent or a caregiver, we don't understand why they are behaving in certain way. So what do? We try to restrict the behavior or try to restrict an emotion. But it's much better if we understand why exactly they are behaving and why this particular emotion. Now, as a father, how do you react to your child emotion now when she is upset?
Uh, I think the immediate response always is trying to go and address it, or I think we commonly try and distract them also. It's a common strategy. We try and take them away from that emotion and kind of get them distracted. But lately, from learning more of the Montessori method, also, we just give them some time to process. Like you said, communication becomes a major thing. So, but children, even without words, can communicate. So, kind of trying to find cues of how and what she's trying to say, and if she's upset about something, then what is that, so that we can kind of address that root cause.
That's true. It perfectly works. But as I think, like my opinion is parents don't really understand. I think we need to educate parents much about the emotions of the kid. So it gets easier for the parents also to understand how you have to understand the kid. So I think we
So,
can
what
navigate.
would be some recommendations you would have for parents? Like, what cues do we look for? Like, how do we go about this?
So now for the parents, whenever they come concerns with their about the kid, so how do we address this? First, what is the root cause? What do you think? Now tell me what you do if you are in the place of the child. So most of the time we look with an adult vision, not with a kid's vision
True.
or kid's eye. So it gets very simpler if we look from the kid's perspective. It's easier for us to find the solution. Now we see that okay, they are being very cranky, so we get so irritated and we try to yell at them, or why you behaving in certain ways. So can't we just understand, if I am a kid, how do I do it? So I think instead of seeing from an adult vision or the parent's vision, it's better to see from the kids side of the story, so it would get easier for us. So the cues would be, when they are getting cranky, understand, are they hungry or are they trying to communicate something, or do they need something else? So can we be little kid along with them and communicate? Okay, tell me, I know you are upset, can you tell me what exactly you want to do it? Can I know why you're upset? Because most of the kids, they don't even know why they are being cranky, because they don't know what they exactly needed. I think it's important for a parent to understand, like at what time what my kid needs, so that would help us.
I think from what you just said, acknowledging their emotion also maybe would be the first step. Is
100%.
agreeing that, oh, you might. I see that you're upset. I see
Yes.
that you're unhappy. I think sounds good. So, next question would be in terms of what role does temperament play in the child's behavior?
Yes. So temperament is nothing but how a kid is adapting to the environment, because parenting style and the home environment plays a lot of role in on building an individuality. Now as a family, I'll give you two examples. Now a family who is very happy, who respects everyone's emotions, even though it's kid. Now you're upset, okay, I agree you're upset. So how do I talk with my kid? And there is other family who don't validate anyone's emotions. They are like kind of strict. So they don't regulate their own emotions and they try to be a dominant figure in the school or outside setting when they meet other peoples. So it is very important for us to provide a positive environment. And that's how an individual develop. Now, most of the kids don't get a positive environment at home, and I do understand they might have certain scenarios, but that's going to play a lot of difference as an individual once they grow up. So that's why you see a lot of complaints from the school about a particular child, and the parents have this complaint that my kid is not doing best at the school, but we are not understanding it's us who are being in the wrong side. So I think it is very much important. No matter how we are struggling, it is very, very important for us to create a positive environment for the children.
Sure. So, how do we differentiate between a normal behavior versus us needing to go get professional support? Like, for example, just with my daughter, how do I know if there are things that I could handle at home towards me wanting them to take her to Little Warriors, for example?
Yes. So, for example, most of the kids or the parents have this difficulty that my kid is a special kid. And I think no one wants to accept if it's a special kid. So, for me, it took a lot of time to understand why are we even differentiating between a normal kid and a special kid. So, I'll give you a simple example. Normal kid is nothing but when you respond to the name, when you listen to your parents, when you follow all the instructions. The moment when a kid is not following any instructions given by the parents, that's when we say that, "Eh, bacha to nalayak hai." These are the things we constantly try to tell, but we don't understand what they are struggling internally. So when it's coming to special kid, the first cues that we need to see, I think most of the parent, when they go to a gynec appointment or the pediatrician, it is very much important for us to understand the milestones. The moment there is a delay in milestone, that's when we have to be a little alert and see if our kid is falling into any such symptoms. For example, the first thing we need to address is name call response. Now, I think at an age of 6 months or 8 months, the kid starts to respond through smile, or like whenever you're calling their name, they look like, who is calling me? So when the kid is not responding for the name call, or when they're struggling with the eye contact, that's when we are supposed to get alert and talk with our pediatrician and understand why exactly it's happening. So that will help us to understand much better.
So you've already mentioned this a bit, but what are the strategies parents can take to kind of deal with tantrums or other behaviors that might just frustrate them? Like, what could we do? Easy things that we can do at home, simple things that we should remember to be able to deal better with it.
That's true. So now most of the parents need to understand what is the difference between tantrums and meltdown. So tantrums is always a goal oriented. It's 100% a goal oriented. Just like, I want something and I don't want to communicate. So what I do, I cry. I try to annoy my parents. So what the parents do immediately, okay, she's crying, let me give her whatever she wants. So that is goal oriented and that is tantrum. So now most of the time when we see this behavior, especially in the malls, when we take our kids to the malls, that's when I want this, I want that, I want. The moment the parents are not giving, they want to get onto the floor and cry, they want to shout, they want to scream, everything. And the parent is like, now I'm embarrassed, okay, let me buy whatever she wants. So the parents will buy and that is enough. So what the kid will register, okay, this is the thing, this is my tactics, so I can play around. Yes. So now what the parent have to do, I'll give you a mall example itself. So you have to prepare your child before you're taking them. So you have to tell them that we are going. So these are the certain instructions that you are supposed to follow. If you need something, communicate. Now it is within my budget, I'll definitely buy you. If it is not, then I can't buy you. So when you're preparing the kid beforehand, so that would get much easier. Now you don't have to face such struggles. Now when the kid is throwing tantrums, you need to understand there is a reason. So you can talk to them as we are talking with our friends or anyone. So it would be easier for the kid also to understand, okay, these are my instructions. So when I need something, definitely I'll communicate with my parent. So when we tell them, okay, you will get what you want. So that's when they understand, okay, I can communicate. So let me just communicate rather than showing tantrums. So this is how we navigate further.